Park brake off, fuel on, occupants are secure. Locked, fuel quantity sufficient, and the windsocks kind of going a bit right. You can hold the right aileron, sorry, the left aileron down, right?
Yep, into the wind, that's it.
Full power.
Oh, this is pretty steep. Is that a...
Yeah, it is too steep,
better.
right? Whoa. We do a left.
Oh, we depart upwind.
Oh, we just depart up and then come back.
Yep, so you call it as departing upwind, climbing to 2,500 feet.
Cool. Wollongong traffic, Alpha 8495, departing upwind, runway 08, climbing to 2,000 feet, Wollongong.
When you're departing upwind, you don't really have to level off, you can just keep climbing.
Oh, you can,
out.
oh yes,
Yep.
of course, yeah.
But what direction is 08?
East.
Kind of, yeah, it's a bit more over there, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or like that?
Yep.
So the compass is showing you on
Yep.
09. You turn just a little bit more back to your left. Okay, try that.
Now it's...
And now hold it. You have to wait until everything's stabilised. It'll settle back closer to 08. We'll climb to 2,500 feet, but you can start, now that we're 4 miles away from the airfield, we can start coming back around. We'll fly back overhead.
Okay. I said 2,000, should I say 2.5?
Yeah. Well, you can wait till we get there and you can just say we're at 2,500 and inbound.
Bound, yeah.
We are currently 3 miles
east. Wollongong traffic, Alpha 8495, 3 miles east, inbound at 2,500 feet, Wollongong. All right?
Okay.
We can level now. About 5,000, 48, okay?
Yeah, about
Cruise.
4,900, 5,000. With this prop, about 5,000, yeah. Now we can see that.
So that's where we are.
Cloud formation over there, yeah. Might be a fire, I think. Bit of a bushfire over there, smoke triggering it. Like a little bit of rain falling, but not too much, so.
Okay, so we're pretty much...
So, have a look down at the airport on 08, the runway we just took off from.
Yep.
Starting at the end of it, coming back to where the strips cross, there is some grass on the left-hand side.
Oh, yes.
That's our paddock.
Just before
so from the piano keys up to the windsock.
Holy shit. Oh, just from the piano keys to the windsock.
That's our paddock.
Yep. All right.
So we were flying along, fat, dumb and happy, and the engine started doing some funny things and maybe surging a bit. So what did we do? We checked, is the fuel on?
Yep.
Yep. Have we got any? Oh, we're out of fuel. Oh, no.
Okay. So
we look around and select the paddock. First thing is just establish your attitude for best glide, which is what? What speed?
65.
Yep. And you looked around and you found that very nice little paddock just down there. So we're going to land in that paddock.
Okay. I've got to make a call, but no, first you have to really
I'll do that. You just concentrate on what you're doing there.
Okay, I'm
and
gonna
run through your procedure.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. So you don't have to worry about all the rules, right?
No,
Crossing down.
We're pretending that's a paddock.
Okay, that's a paddock just there, which is that one just there, right? I can see it. Yeah,
from the piano keys to the windsock.
Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna get down.
Wollongong traffic Alpha 8495 is 1 mile north, 2,400. Conducting a glide approach runway 08, Wollongong.
Okay, I'm gonna go straight down there and come in for final from that side.
Rescue 206 VFO 139 Medivac, lifting toll. This time shortly entering and backtracking runway 08. We'll be departing to the south. Traffic Wollongong.
Oh shit, someone's...
Yep, that's okay.
And backtracking, okay. I'm not going to put my flaps up yet because I know I'm quite high right now. I don't know, is that the standard practice to put your flaps up or not?
Flaps down, you mean?
Down, I mean, yeah.
Not until you're certain you're going to make it. Once you know you're going to make it, then you can go to flaps.
You can go, yeah, okay.
Remember, once you put the flaps out, you've limited yourself to no more than 70 knots. So at this stage, if you get a bit high or something, you can always dive it off.
Yeah.
You're not concerned about
traffic
your speed.
Wollongong, Rescue 206 is entering a rolling runway 08.
So in the meantime, you checked everything, you checked your switches were on, you put the carby heat on, which we don't have.
Yeah, okay, got to check.
Checked your fuel, right. You got a mayday call out.
Yep.
And now you're just focusing on finishing the job and getting safely down in that paddock. Traffic Alpha 8495 is final 08 for touch and go, Wollongong.
500 track abatement back.
8495 final 08, Wollongong.
Without flaps.
Can't touch the flaps now, can you?
Yeah, shit. Holy shit. Oh no. I won't come on the grass, I don't think.
No, that's your paddock from there.
Failed.
Alright, let's go round.
Okay, damn. Okay, so that was total crap.
So we just check the oil's okay, cylinder head's a bit cool, so yeah, half throttle and then wait. So what did you do then? You started just diving down and going faster and faster and ended up doing 100 knots.
Yeah.
And found then you couldn't land.
So I should have extended one of those legs, right? But I was worried about going too far.
Yeah.
So
let's look at another method that will stop you worrying about going too far, but enable you to plan better. And that is we'll circle around our chosen field. So if we're very high like that, we'll just keep circling around it, watching as we're losing our height. And initially, it's like a funnel.
Okay,
It's quite a wide circle, but as we're losing our height, we're coming in. So we're keeping the angle down to where we want to go about the same.
Okay.
So let's say that we were looking at the end of that little headland down there.
Yep.
At this height, that's the angle, but if we were to double our height, we would have to be
further up,
nearly twice the distance out.
Okay.
So we just keep that sort of angle that we're looking at to our chosen point, and keep, as we're circling around. As we're getting closer, then we're moving closer into it. And all we're thinking about is we want to end up down in that base corner.
Yeah.
So as we're losing our height, we're thinking about manoeuvring ourselves so we get over in that normal base corner.
Okay, cool.
So let's keep going up to 2.5
do we have to make a call to tell that other guy that took off 08? Or?
Yeah, no, he's all right, yeah.
All right.
So we departed upwind 08, passing 1,500.
Wollongong traffic, Alpha 8495, departing 08, crossing 1,500, headed east. Wollongong.
Alright, we can use a bit more power now, climb a bit quicker. And while we're climbing, we'll turn back in.
$2,000 or 2,500?
2.5 to 3. So the idea is to think about ending up on a base leg. That base corner and a base leg.
Okay.
Max continuous revs is 5,500.
They're at 2,200.
Yeah, we'll just keep heading over there, keep turning a little. The higher we are, the more time you'll have to practice that circling approach. So, looking at our paddock down there, look at the angle down to it from here. It's very steep, isn't it?
Very steep, yeah.
So we're way too high for it. So we want it, but we don't want to fly away from it, get too far, lose track.
Yeah. So we keep circling.
So we could keep circling around it, and the idea at the end is to end up down over here in that base corner where we can come across on a base leg.
Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so should we
just keep climbing a bit more? Just pitch up and climb up fairly quickly. But don't add any more power. We don't want to get the engine too hot. So you're just zooming up a little bit to just get a little bit more height. Alright.
Almost at 3,000.
Yep, we'll slowly bring the power back now. Set yourself up. So the first thing that happens, you seem to be losing power, so what do we check?
So
is the fuel on?
Check whether the fuel's on.
Have we got any fuel?
Yep, we do. 2%.
Are the switches on?
Yep. What else do we check?
There's not much else you can do. You have no carby heat, you have no fuel pump.
Yep. And
you can move your throttle a bit and try it and see if maybe if the throttle cable breaks on this, what happens? Goes back to idle. And when you open the throttle, you'll notice a loose cable flopping around down there.
Okay.
Anyway, alright, so you've looked around, you've selected that paddock, so let's fly back straight back to that paddock.
You have to make a call?
Don't worry about that, I'll handle them, you just look at your paddock and run through your procedure. Once you've picked your paddock and got a rough idea of what you're doing to approach it, then you want to come back and check.
Yep.
Fuel is definitely on and I have got enough, yep. I move the throttle. If the engine has stopped, I can try restarting it.
Yep.
If it hasn't stopped, just idling, there's not much you can do about that. Alright, so
I'll tell you what my idea is. I'm going to try and cut across, but I might have to do 2 circles.
You may, so we're just going to orbit around. The point of the funnel is where we want to come and touch down.
So I want to...
Where do you want to touch down?
From here, right?
Where do you want to touch down? 08.
Oh, that one. Sorry,
Where do you want to touch down?
So just there.
So that's the centre of your funnel.
Yeah.
So move out a little bit and look at that angle.
Yep.
And 65 knots. You may as well get the plane and then you can trim it and leave it, and all you have to do is just keep manoeuvring, and your rate of descent is going to be nice and constant. Whereas before, you continually increased your descent rate and your speed.
Okay, so at that 65
knots. The attitude for 65 knots, trim it to hold it there, so if you get distracted, it doesn't matter. Okay, now looking down at this,
about
beam the piano keys at 69 knots, so just nose up a fraction, hold it there. Look out at the attitude. Don't try and fly in the trim. Just look at your attitude. Lock it in. Okay. Look at beam the piano keys.
Yep.
That's our spot. That's the centre of where we're aiming for. So that's the centre of your circle. At the moment, that's a very steep descent,
Steep,
so
yep.
we can just widen that out slightly. Yep. But keep circling around that spot, because where do we want to end up?
Because you don't want to lose...
Where do you want to end up?
Up there.
Back over there, yeah.
That side, yeah.
So keep circling around and just continually assessing that slope downward.
And keeping the speed at...
Well, if you set the attitude, you don't have to worry about it. You just leave that same attitude. Every time you look, your speed's going to be round about the 65 knot mark. So looking at the angle again, because that's the important thing. You're just continually assessing. It's getting a bit flat looking, and you've still got to get right over there. Then you'll cut the corner. If it's still looking pretty good, just keep circling around. Circling around your selected spots. Here we're starting to drift in and drift over. Circling around. Wollongong traffic Alpha 8495 is overhead, 1300, conducting glide approach, runway 08, Wollongong.
Wollongong Airport CTAF.
I think where we want to end up, we're just out over there.
Now this is almost like a normal circuit, but cutting across. Crosswind. 1000.
And it's all on your left-hand side, so it's easier for you to keep track of it.
Keep track,
Now don't lose sight of it, so don't fly away from it, so keep burning so you can always see, so you can always judge what's going on. If you're certain you can make it from here, you can put the flap out. If you're not quite certain yet, turn towards it, turn back towards it a bit before you put the flap out. Once you get the flap out, then it stabilises in the new regime. Keep assessing the angle, keep the nose down so you build there, that's it. We're a little bit flat, aren't we? So let's head straight for it. Keep the nose down, nose down, nose down. That's it, you've got to maintain that 65. Okay, let's pop that flap down.
Really? Already?
And straight away, nose back down again.
Going runway or grass strip?
Full flap.
Full flap? Yeah?
Yep. Full flap. Nose down. Nose down. We've got to get down to the ground. We're running out of runway. Over on the grass. Down, 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 down. Now level off. Holding the nose up, nose up, nose up. Up. Keep the wing down, just hold the nose up. Okay, that's fine. A little bit of braking and stop before we hit the fence. Stop. If we hit the bitumen, we just hit the fence. Ah, we made it.
So that means, oh damn, that was pretty tough. That was a bit scary because I was like, oh shit, I knew I could put the throttle on, but if I didn't
at the last minute you're suddenly dropping in a bit. Yep.
But if I did have the bloody throttle, holy shit.
Alright, let's turn around and head back.
Oh, good exercise. So we head back on the side. bit more throttle for the grass, right?
Yep. And keeping the stick back, keeping the weight off the nose.
Alright,
You go
yep.
through a rabbit hole or drop or
Alright,
something, you don't
yep.
want the nose to drop in. So always trying to keep weight off the
Slower is
nose.
better. From the top, for some reason, the grass strip looked really short, but it is really short.
It is fairly short, yeah.
You have to put full flaps, because that'll...
You would have run off the end of it otherwise.
Yeah. As soon as you put the second stage of flaps, it balloons again, right?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit,
not much.
yeah. I've never used 2 stages of flaps before.
Haven't you?
No.
In that case, we'll do a grass field takeoff, and
Oh, really?
we'll do it with, which means how much flap do we use?
Full?
Yes.
Oh.
So we'll take
So which
off.
way are we taking off? Back that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Try and anticipate a bit more so you don't have to use a great big burst and see we slow right down again, so you should already have some power back on.
As in for, right, okay, from here,
Maintaining steady speed, so your speed's varying a lot because you're giving a great big blast of power, picking
then,
speed up, then you're cutting right back and almost stopping, then another blast. Just try and be a little bit more
even
and predictable.
Because I was worried it's going a bit too fast at some stage.
Yeah, so back off a bit.
Back off a bit, but not too much. I think that's about...
Just keep it like this, yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
If you suddenly see something, you ditch or something, you can easily stop. So we'll just keep backtracking up here near the piano keys and then turn around and stay on the grass.
Is that enough, or do we have to go further?
Beam the piano key. If you go much further, there's a ditch up there and you'll go in the ditch. Right, so line up, don't waste too much of your strip. Only a short strip.
Yeah.
So short field takeoff.
Full flap.
2 stages of flap.
Yep. That's...
We're going to start with the stick almost all the way back. As you put the power on, just watch that the nose doesn't come up. As soon as the nose starts to get light and look like it's wanting to come up, ease your stick forward a bit. So you want to just keep the nose dancing on the grass, not actually too far off it, but just dancing along lightly on it. Then as soon as we lift off, we lower the nose slightly to accelerate because we'll come off in the air fairly slowly, lower the nose a bit to accelerate and then climb away.
And around the
climbing
60,
out
65,
at
right?
58 knots.
58. Climbing out at 50.
58 initially, which is best angular climb. Then we'll lower the nose to start to go back up to 60, 65 as you put your flaps away.
All right.
Okay, all good.
Wheels on, quantities are all
Fuel,
locked.
flaps and trim are good.
Okay.
Windsock is okay.
Sock is blowing from this side. So do I do a bit of left?
Yeah, just a little bit, yep.
Yep. Okay, and keep slightly back, right, you said?
Yep, start with a little bit back and trying to keep
Full
the
power.
nose just light. Not too much, that's it, just light. Okay, now nose down, nose down, nose down, accelerate. So you would need to accelerate. Now pitch up into your climb.
Okay.
But it's no good pitching up too
not
early
too high,
or the speed drops back off again. That's why you bring the nose back down to accelerate, then you can pitch up. So you're losing speed again.
Yeah.
And now, first stage of flap is gone. Then when you think you've got plenty of height, put away the second stage. Right, looking out the window, we're good, second stage, but look at your attitude, look at your airspeed. Okay, let's turn left, let's do a short field landing. Reduce that power.
Yep.
And turn left. Circuit height.
Yep.
Have a look at over your left shoulder. Are you at right angles to the strip?
No.
Stop looking at this one.
Yeah.
That's not the one you're using.
Oh, is
You're
it?
using the other one.
That one, right? Okay, I'm gonna bang left.